Hi, my name's David Hunt and you may know me as the author of Girt, The Unauthorised History of Australia. But I'm not here to talk to you about that. I'm here to talk to you about True Girt, The Unauthorised History of Australia. True Girt picks up where Girt left off. It's essentially a story of the wild south, the ever-expanding Australian frontier. It's absolutely chock full of all the best bits of Australian history and a lot of sheep, criminals and sheep. And of course, any Australian history wouldn't be an Australian history at all without bushrangers. And what I love about Australia's love affair with bushrangers is they were such a diverse bunch. In True Girt you can learn about Sam Poo, the Chinese bushranger, Blue Cap, the visually impaired bushranger who had to wear a blue hat to protect his eyes from the sun. Or one of my favourites, Teddy the Jew Boy Davis, leader of the infamous Jew Boy gang that terrorised the Hunter Valley between 1838 and 41. Except on Saturdays. You'll also learn about one of my favourite characters in Australian history, and you'll see him on the front cover. Captain Moonlight, Australia's leading LGBTI bushranger. He was a man who liked a lot of beard. And the great thing about Moonlight, it's one of the greatest love stories ever told. At his last showdown with the police, Moonlight's partner, James Nesbitt, was shot. And as he lay dying, Moonlight held him, kissed him tenderly, and then surrendered to the police. He spent the last months of his life in a prison cell, writing over 400 pages of letters, all of which focused on his love for James and his desire to be buried with him. Those letters were never sent to their recipients. They were instead kept by the Premier of New South Wales, Sir Henry Parkes. And so there's an entire archive of these wonderful love letters from a man who wanted to be reunited with the love of his life in death. When Moonlight went to the gallows, he wore a ring made out of human hair, of James's hair. And again, his last words were to ask to be buried with him. And he wasn't at the time, but in 1995, Moonlight was dug up from Rookwood Cemetery and taken to Gundagai and buried near James. And I think that is a lovely, lovely story in Australian history.